Well, I mean, TRVL has been amazing, hasn't it? Really, when you when you think of that video that I posted a few days ago, okay, if you didn't see that video, let me find it for you. Oh, that has lagged out. Gonna have to find it. Here it is. Really short video, 4-minute update. Yeah. And effectively what I said is, look at this, rounding bottom and value area low. Look at that. And I just sat down. I made a little bit of a trade plan for everyone. I took the trade. Bought a little bit of TRVL there. I'm doing a little bit of a trade plan. And I'm aiming for the top of that, the apex of that triangle. That's the trade plan. And so when I did that, TRVL was at 5.7 cents. Yeah. So here. And these rounding bottoms are really powerful, aren't they? They're really nice formations on TRVL. I've seen it before. It pretty much happened the way I imagined. And look at where we are. We've hit our targets, haven't we? We've hit our targets, haven't we? So I'm just looking at my I've got a really I'm not trading a large amount here. I created a separate trading account for it. I'm seeing bullish divergences still, to be honest with you, so I may wait a little bit and see if we can push a bit higher. Normally I would take profit. We can wait a little bit, maybe wait a little bit longer, see what happens, because it's looking quite bullish still. But yeah, that's a I mean, that's the trader. That was the trade. Look, so we're right up to 6.2418, and look, hit the perfect trader. So I think I deleted my trade plan. Yeah, I did. Doesn't matter. It was basically this, wasn't it? And so when you're learning to trade, yeah, a lot of people like, how do I trade? How do I learn? What do I do? This is how you do it. You have a setup, right? And the red zone, you're risking your 1%. So you have to calculate. You have to calculate that if the price moves from here, where you enter, to here, where you get invalidated, when you get stopped out, that you'll lose 1% of your trading account. Okay, that's 1% max. You can also scale in at 0.5%. You can start at 0.5% and scale in. So the reason why you scale in is because if the price goes up, you'll scale in up, and the price goes down, you're scaling down. So you get an average entry. Okay, you can scale in with 3 entries or whatever, 2 or 3, whatever, depending on your personal preferences. Then you have a target, and the target here is like a 1 to 3 trade. So you're not making it's not a 3x, it's a 3x on the 1% that you've risked. So you risk 1% here. So if your trading account is, let's say, $1,000, you're risking 1%. So how much is 1% of $1,000? It's $10, right? 1%. 10 hundreds is 1,000. So you're risking $10 here. If it goes down here, you lose $10. But if the price goes up here to your target, you make $30. That's your trade. Okay. Generally speaking, with this kind of trade, you're also taking profit at the first point of resistance. Okay. So you have to calculate your first point of resistance. Actually, when we took this trade, there was no the point of control was higher up. So let me just kind of pull it back. Oh, shit, can't move it. Yeah, it's higher up. So resistance wise, there isn't really much resistance, to be honest with you. just because of the way the price moved. So you might have just kind of went for the higher target in one go. So you make $30, okay? $1,000 account, you make $30. You take your profit and then you move to your next trade. This is the only way to trade. There are lots of ways to trade, but really this is the only way. Yeah, this is the only way to safely trade, safely, because you can only lose a certain percent, i.e. somewhere between 0.5% and 1%, and you take your profit at key areas according to your trade plan. Okay, every other way is a variation of different people's ideas, but fundamentally this is the correct way. Hold on a second. That's basically the only way to safely trade. Yeah, this isn't spot trading per se, although TRVL is spot. You would oh god, someone's calling me. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so there's different ways of trading. I'm not saying this is the only way, but really this is the safest way, and this is the correct way. All right. Anyway, what's next with TRVL? Well, I like that we've flipped the point of control to the lower part of this range. Yeah, I think that's generally considered bullish. You wouldn't feel bearish about that. It just means that there's enough demand at the lower levels of this range to take the price up. What we have to do now is now flip the value area into support. Okay, that's going to require strength. If you can flip the value area into support, then we're probably going to go up again. Yeah, probably. There's no reason why we wouldn't. Yeah, take the high. That's a higher high on a daily time frame. For me, this whole structure is it is like a flat correction. Yeah, after an impulsive move here. And it's kind of, I think it's really bullish. I think it's really nicely bullish. Could this be the first impulsive move here, the first wave? Yeah, it is possible. I can see a little bit of impulsive price action, a little bit of impulsive movements here. Could this be the first wave of the next wave? This could be, yeah, we could be in that move right now. It is looking possible, but realistically, we have to flip the top here, and then we have to go up. We have to put in a higher high on the daily time frame. When I look at the weekly time frame, I love it. I love the weekly structure that's formed here. Yeah, it doesn't mean we can't go down with a red candle next week and then follow it. Like, we still need to break up, you know, like it doesn't really matter it could still go down. Like, that's the point. So I like what's happened here. We've come down into the weekly level. We've taken the liquidity. The price is trading higher. It's not looking bearish to me. It's looking like weekly consolidation to me, a weekly flat correction to me. And what we want the next week is to go up. It's to just break up and push up to new prices. And then when you look at the monthly time frame, you're looking at a clean monthly break, aren't you, of this 236. It's a really nice break, to be honest with you. It hasn't overshot like these other monthly breaks. These other monthly breaks, it kind of overshot, didn't it? And then it pulled back, and the pullback was really aggressive, and then it was difficult to hold support each time. It went overshot this 236, and then when you had the pullback, it came down with quite a lot of violence too, and it just wasn't able to hold. For me, these flat corrections are a lot more bullish because there's time. It gives it, the price is consolidating nicely on support. It doesn't come down so aggressively. It gives people time to accumulate or reaccumulate after they take their profit. So here, if anyone has taken profit from the move down, let's say you're accumulating at 3 cents or 2 cents or 4 cents, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you go up here, you go, oh shit, I've just made 50%, 100% of my value. Let me quickly take profit. Oh, look, TRVL is nicely consolidating above a key support area. Let me start buying back in, you know, let me start buying back in. And that's what this is. That's what this means. Whereas if you just go up higher, you get more aggressive selling, and then it becomes a lot harder to hold. Okay, this is better. So let's see if the next move can take us above the 382. You know, that would be nicer if we can get the next move can take us above the 382. Do we go straight up and then bounce down, or do we kind of go up like that and start doing the same thing? No one knows. No one can predict that. Okay, I have no idea, but I do feel like we're going to go up, and I also do think that there's a lot of anticipation. I've been talking about it a lot. Coinbase listing, Coinbase listing, Coinbase listing. They've been hints. They're taking their liquidity off Pancake Swap. They're putting it all into Aerodrome, which is the base-based DEX. Literally, Dtravel are ticking all the boxes for hopefully for a future Coinbase listing. And the Coinbase founder used to work at Airbnb, used to be one of the kind of execs at Airbnb. So there's a kind of a natural sell, is an easy sell, to be honest with you. Maybe this is buy the rumor, sell the news. Okay, it could be. This could be buy the rumor, sell the news. And right now people are just buying the rumor, buying the rumor, buying the rumor. And then when the Coinbase listing happens, that will naturally be a really nice high volume sell the news event. What I was thinking is the higher we get, the better, because when we do get a listing, it hopefully soon, I'm hoping for soon, but obviously I'm not in control and I have no knowledge of when. Okay, otherwise maybe I would tell you. What I want to see is a massive high volume break of this area here. That's what I want to see. So I think if we could just kind of get up here and just, even if it means just consolidating in this area here until it happens, for me that's going to be the most bullish situation possible in this chart. Yeah, that's kind of what I hope. I hope that people are paying attention to what I'm saying, and we can take the price up and we can just consolidate underneath resistance with a relatively flat correction here until it happens. Yeah, as long as it takes until it happens, and we'll get a really nice high volume break of this structure, taking us to higher prices. I expect people will sell into that. Yeah, because why wouldn't you? You've moved from an average of 3 or 4 cents, whatever you accumulated that, to 30 or 40 cents. That would be like a 10x in increase in value. I expect a lot of people will take profit. And then what I'll be expecting would be for the Coinbase volume to be completely back tested at a key area where we break, which would be conducive to a correct price action to come back and test the neckline. Hopefully people will then reaccumulate, you know, because if you've sold into that pump, you'll be able to reaccumulate TRVL at somewhere between 50 and 60% cheaper from when you're sold, and there'll be enough volume because you have enough people sell and you have enough people reaccumulate, hold support, back test this neckline, and then maybe if we can do it sooner rather than later, so I kind of hope that it happens sooner really, then maybe we can also pump to the end of April or March. Maybe we can pump to all-time highs by April or March. That's kind of what I have in my mind right now. Let's see what happens. I have no idea if it's going to happen that way, but it's just kind of, it makes sense if it happened that way. So it would kind of be, it would look like this. It would go up, then you'd have a kind of a consolidate underneath resistance for a little bit, maybe December, maybe a flag like this, I don't know, maybe a Coinbase listing, push up, break, that would be a big take profit for everyone. Then you have a nice zigzag, whatever, back test this break, and then you're pumping because everyone who sold will buy right back in at 10 cents, and then we take this all the way up to whatever, as high as we can really, and that would be at the apex of some kind of Bitcoin alt season. That's what I have in my mind. I don't know if it's going to play out like that. I think that's one way it could play out, and obviously it depends on how and when the listing happens, but I'm pushing for sooner rather than later. Let's see what happens. All right, I've already made my feelings known to Dtravel, to the people involved in making those kinds of decisions or influencing those decisions. All right, so that's kind of Dtravel. Yeah, by the rumor sell news. So kind of the rumors that we're trying to get onto Coinbase, and so that would be that's kind of, this is a classic example of why the price could be forming the way it is. That's kind of TRVL. It's looking nicer monthly time frame. You've got 3 white soldiers. That's a really nice reversal pattern. 3 red candles, 3 white candles, green candles rather. We flipped, or flipping this this area again. Again, how many times? 3rd time lucky, I think. This is the 1st time, 2nd time, this is the 3rd time lucky. That's what I think, 3rd time lucky. And what's interesting about the chart is, again, is that that fib time, that key fib time that I've marked out for everyone. So we're kind of there, aren't we? Look where we are. Just get rid of these. And where's my that's the GAN. We broke that GAN fan. Where is my, there it is. That's it. That's the higher time frame. Oops. So it looks like we're flipping this area into support on fib time now. So I kind of feel like this is really a good place for the price to find support and go up. Let me post that into Discord as well. What I'm going to write. I'm going to do it live. So if you want to join, I've sent the link. And how do I do this? And there's charts. There you go. TRVL breaking for 5 cents, which is the higher time frame 236 26. What is it? 26 fib, and holding as support on confluence. Let's see how that plays out. Why can't I post? Oh, I haven't put a title. TRVL break. There you go. So I can actually now add to these threads that I'm creating here for people. If people miss it or they're not watching the videos, they can actually just kind of see my analysis on this Discord. So if you want to join this, just send me a message or something. I'll send you a link. All right. What else?